Every shadow hides a story. Every creak is a whisper from the unknown. Welcome to Haunted Gully, where nightmares come alive.
The carnival arrived overnight. No one had seen it set up, but by morning, the lot on the edge of town was bursting with neon lights, spinning rides, and the scent of fried dough and caramel apples. There was no advertising, no announcement, just an eerie sign that read, "One night only, come ride the unbelievable." Jason, a local thrill seeker, and his 3 friends, Emma, Nate, and Lily, couldn't resist the allure of the mysterious carnival. They had grown up in a town where nothing ever happened, and this felt like a rare adventure. As they stepped through the entrance, they noticed something odd. The workers, if they could even be called that, stood unnaturally still. Their faces too pale, eyes too dark. Their grins were frozen, as if they had been painted on. But the excitement of the rides overpowered any sense of unease. Then they saw it. The Devil's Ride. A monstrous roller coaster twisted in loops and turns that seemed physically impossible. The structure was black, its tracks pulsing as if they were alive. No operator stood at the entrance, only a glowing red sign. "Once you ride, you're ours forever." Jason laughed it off as a marketing gimmick. "They're really going all out on the theme," he said, nudging his friends toward the entrance. Despite the eerie atmosphere, curiosity got the best of them. As they climbed onto the carts, the safety bars clamped down with a jarring snap before anyone could question if they had actually secured themselves. The ride began moving on its own. There was no bell, no announcement, just the slow click, click, click as they ascended the towering first drop. That's when they heard it. The screams. Not the kind of joyful, adrenaline-fueled screams of carnival rides, but agonized, bone-chilling wails. Emma turned to Jason, her face pale. "Did you hear that?" Jason started to respond, but the cart plunged before he could. Their screams mixed with the howling wind as they hurtled through pitch darkness, the track twisting in impossible directions. It felt endless, the ride never slowing, never stopping. And then it changed. The seats beneath them started to feel warm, almost too warm. The steel of the ride groaned like it was alive. The shadows around them shifted, forming grotesque shapes. Jason caught glimpses of faces in the metal, twisted, screaming faces, some with hollow, empty eyes, some with mouths forever open in terror. Nate, sitting in the front, suddenly let out a shriek. "Something's grabbing me," he thrashed, but his arms were sinking into the seat. The black metal absorbed his hands, pulling him deeper. "No, no, no, no," Lily screamed, trying to undo her seatbelt, but the ride wasn't letting them go. The track below them began to shift. It wasn't steel anymore. It looked like flesh. Pulsing, veiny flesh. The carts rolled over it, and with every loop, they felt it wrapping tighter around them. Their bodies were melting into the seats. Jason looked at his reflection in the metal side of the cart and saw his own face staring back at him, frozen in a silent scream. His skin was stretching, twisting, becoming part of the ride itself. The ride finally slowed as it returned to the loading station, but there was no cheering, no laughter, just empty carts. The carnival workers, those eerie, grinning figures, stood still, watching. Their smiles widened as the ride came to a stop. The seats trembled, pulsating, as if digesting something. One of the workers reached out, running a hand along the metal of the ride. "Fresh ones," he murmured, as if admiring the latest additions. As the carnival lights flickered, new faces could be seen in the ride structure. Jason, Emma, Nate, and Lily, frozen in horror, their eyes pleading for help that would never come. And then the sign changed. "Next ride begins in 5 minutes. The carnival would soon claim more souls, because the Devil's Ride never stopped, and once you rode, you never left." The end.
The story may have ended, but the darkness never rests. Subscribe and let the nightmares continue.